and organisations providing NHS care, funded care, should be required to demonstrate accountability for effective governance. So, for example, payment by results. Why weren't we thinking about payment by results? What are we getting for the fact that you've had this person for 2 years? What have you got to show for it? And I don't want a file telling me how difficult this person is. Tell me what it is that you can reliably do. I recall I'm a trustee of a charity in Wales, and when I was the chair of trustees, we had taken a tenant to the service, a young man who had come to us from a challenging behaviour service. And our annual report, as well as having all the stuff that the Charity Commission expects, included a photograph of this young tenant holding a certificate saying he was the student of the month. And opposite him on the other side of the page was the young support worker who described the supervision process that he had, how interested he was to work with this young man, how he had changed his life learning about this young man, and how he just loved the job, and how excited he was at the prospect of supporting this man to go on to get employment. And in the middle, we had a letter from his mum and dad and a photo saying, "We never thought we'd be so proud of our son." And I thought that was a pretty powerful way of demonstrating what it was that this small charity was able to realise on behalf of someone who came to us with an appalling reputation. Physical restraint is inherently dangerous, and we witnessed this on the TV programme. We saw the psychologists there telling us that they were using appalling methods of intervention, and it's shocking that the practice of T-supine restraint wasn't on a daily basis wasn't identified by any professional as constituting abuse, even though there were broken limbs, headbutting, and enormous distress arising from this. It's very problematic to get people on the floor and lie across them. Consider people who have been subject to sexual abuse and assaults and the trauma of having bodies lying across them. Consider two people whose communication is very compromised, who are not able to say, "I can't breathe." It is pure luck that nobody died in this position, which is why one of the recommendations is I believe that this should be banned in closed institutions of this nature. We have to attend to people's physical health care. I have a memory of a Saturday morning when I'd gone through records of some of these patients with a GP colleague, and we came across the record that said that one patient had disclosed to a member of staff that he had a lump on his testicle, and we couldn't find any reference to what happened as a result of that. There's something really bizarre about then emailing the director of adult social care in South Gloucester saying, "This person needs to be followed up, we can see no further reference to it," and as a result, for God's sake, of a serious case review, the man is having treatment for testicular cancer. Physical health care matters, dental health care matters. I was astonished at the quantity of medication that all of these young people were on. Laxatives, nearly everybody was taking huge quantities of laxatives. This is not a healthy setting. And there's no question that patients have been traumatised by being at the hospital. And I would really like to think that they inspire us all to do something very, very different. This was a closed institution, there was absent management, there was remote management, and the voices of this very vulnerable group were completely disregarded. We can do something much better, I know. Thank you for listening.